Good evening, all, and welcome to the first stream of my latest series of free-to-play-through adventures, wherein I play a game I have played a whole bunch before, but I do it as a free-to-play player to find out what the experience is like, so that I can comment on it cogently to others. Find out what the differences are what you can do to ameliorate them, and whether it's worth dropping a few bucks, whether it's worth it or even necessary to drop a few bucks into a game. What will help, of course, unsurprisingly, is if I actually set my stream to show the game. Like that, hopefully. There we are. Game's EverQuest 2. I will be creating a regular character. So here, right away, we see one of the things about the free-to-play. You don't get access to 4 of the 5 types of servers. Now, that's actually pretty okay. Progression servers are ones where they start with sort of the original game content, and then they add expansion content after it. Event is something special. I'm not sure exactly what that would be. Free trade allows you to trade most items that are not normally tradable in the game. And lore and legend is sort of, basically the game is all scaled. And it's so you can play through content without having to worry about leveling or gear or anything. It's basically to play the game to feel what it's like for lore and the like. But the only one that's available in the free-to-play is traditional. I'm going to go with Mage and Necromancer. Generally speaking, Necro is a good choice. Any of the pet classes are good choices for a new player in most games. Well, I'm going to be evil, of course I am. Troll Necromancer. He's a looker. Sarnak. Really, I think you kind of have to go all in on the evil, you know? So how about a Dark Elf? Eyebrow. Oh, mine are definitely more curved and angled up. Oh, arched eyebrows, definitely the way to go. Eye color. Head, ears are... my ears are fine just the way they are. Cheeks. Oh, you definitely want high, thin cheeks. If you're going to be an appropriately evil character. Chin, narrow, I think long and thin. Lips, very thin. Thin-lipped, obviously. Downturn, frowning. Oh, definitely that works, yeah. And a wider mouth allows us to appear even more angry with the universe. Tilt up is correct. Skinny, definitely. And longer. So that I can turn my nose up at more things and people and creatures. Of course, you gotta work it right, you know? Beard. The Inquisitor. The Dark Visitor. The Distinguished Noble. I don't like the ends on that one. Tactician. Let's go with the... no, the pointed beard is a little bit much even for me. I think the Dark Visit. No, he's got the curly... I can't stand the curly mustaches. They just bug me a lot. In real life, too. They just scream, look at me, aren't I cool? And the answer is inevitably no, not really. We can make do with this one. The hair color must be white. Obviously. Hair highlight color, I think blue can be just fine. Skin color, let's see. That's a nice light slate color. Size. Oh, slightly above average. For an elf. Dark elf. We can start in the Overlord's Outpost, which is the classic starting experience. Gorwin, which is actually a neutral area, I think, or it belongs to the reptile folk. But Neriak, how can you go wrong if you're playing an evil guy in starting at Neriak, the City of Hate? Just so you're aware of it, I will almost inevitably refer to Neriak and then include the name the City of Hate. Where are you from? I'm from Neriak, the City of Hate. We'll choose Antonia Bale. That's where all of my real characters on my real account live. And in I go. Well, actually not yet. I have to press play. Good evening to those of you who've joined me. Now this is an example. It does know that I have characters on this server, so I can import the UI. And here we are. I get the Veterans Reward Pack 1 day and a Welcome Home Potion Pack. I always forget, it's B for bags, not I for inventory. We have a 12-slot bag. First thing we will do, obviously, is we'll remove this and put that there.
Hello there.
I'm able to answer questions you have about collections or harvesting. I'd like to learn about harvesting. Harvestables are natural resources that can be found around most parts of the outdoors. You have harvesting skills that allow you to collect them. These can be seen by opening your character window, blah, 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 blah. Some components can be difficult to find. How do I increase? You just use them. When I finish, I'll get the disassembled storage box, which I can turn into a storage box, but it weighs a whole lot. So we keep it as the disassembled part until we get to town. Collections basically are just clicking shinies. Quest journal. So we just click on these. Quest journal, basic movement. I know about these things. These are interface basics. We're good. Let's see. Undead Knight. Memory serves, there's no way to click and drag, but I'm not sure about that. Spells. We'll put that there. We will clear that hotkey. That's the call to home. clear that hotkey. We have 2 spells initially. We have a dot and a straight damage. We'll go ahead and summon our pet. We'll unlock the window. I don't want him there. Did I not unlock that window? There we go. I prefer to have it over here. Lock it back up again. By default, I believe. Auto assist. Command your pet to assist you whenever you attack a target. We want that. He protects me. He protects himself. And he'll follow me. Right. We'll talk to Varix. Excellent. You finally arrived, so you're one of Kristanos' chosen ones, hmm? The Queen must see some great potential in you, Cullis. Let's not waste any more time and see what you're made of. Hate's Envy has fallen under attack by an army of Sable-Vein elementals. We need your help in stopping them before they burn down the entire town. Sable-Vein elementals have collapsed a section of the southern wall and now threaten to swarm inside town. I need you to meet up with Uditias and Palandra, 2 of the guards tasked with repelling this attack. Go speak to them at once. I will speak to them at once. Curse these infernal things. There's no end to them in sight. Do what you want. I've been told to assist you. I told Varix I could handle things myself. No matter. Elementals first started appearing inside the Sable-Vein tear, forcing the miners to retreat. Now they're spewing forth. Find one of these rifts and seal it. Gotcha. And he'll give me some gloves. And we have finished our first quest. I met with both Uditius, Kikilray, and Palandra Dezatil. Their consonant keys are doing overtime work, clearly. I get a trusty stave, which will be an improvement over what I'm currently using. No, in fact, it's not as good. It's a 2-handed item. The 1-handed item I'm using does more damage. And he wants me to stop some of these Sable-Vein crushers, and he's going to give me shoes. For Hate's Envy. I'm going to seal the rift by kicking some rubble in. Wow, that was a real trial right there. Inventory. And we need to kill some crumblers. I'll send in my pet, who's obviously quite a happy boy. I've killed my first crumbler. That was easy. A fragment of terrain was looted. It'll be worth a few coins. Send in my pet. That is a level for me. And I've gotten a new spell, Pandemic. Inflicts 2 disease on target encounter. So encounter is not just a single mob, but when there are mobs in a group together, that is an encounter. And this will affect all of them that are in that group. I'm not sure we're going to be running into anything like that, especially soon. Alright, we have finished our first couple of quests. Dark Evoker's Gloves. And Sable-Vein elementals did not appear here naturally. Someone or something summoned them. I need you to hunt Sabledane pulverizers. I will do this. I have the ability. I was successful in striking down the invaders. That's another level. I'm now level 3. Sabledane, continue to strike. You must speak with Palandra if you've not already. Alright, this is a dispel and heal, so it's something I will use on my pet. Presumably. Possibly myself. No, target is definitionally my pet. And here is another dot. So we have our dots side by side. It is relatively standard tab targeting, fair. We have new gloves, which are spiffy, and new slippers, which are slippery? Maybe not. We have a meager harvesting bag. Move that to there. We will remove our last bag and put the harvesting bag in. The harvesting bag will by default take all of the harvesting materials. And we'll start harvesting materials now, too, as we'll want to get sufficient of them to finish out the harvesting quest. Next up, Sabledane pulverizers. And he's not part of a group, so I can safely use the group attack. I have a sigil stone, 1 of 4. Here, this is a shiny, which is a collectible, and all you need to do is collect it. And it's a mechanic I wish more games had. It's a fun bit of nothing. Finish out collections, you get goodies. That's about it. We'll start harvesting up the harvestables. Rift is the only other game I can think of that puts shinies in. I have unread mail. I found a waxed leather pelt. It told me that about 30 seconds after I finished harvesting it. But I am harvesting harvestables, as I need to pick a bunch of them, you can see here on the quest list, to finish out the tutorial on learning to harvest. And you don't always harvest successfully. For reasons that I've never understood. By default. God damn it. Pardon me, I'm just trying to get chat set up there. It doesn't default to putting the thumb at the bottom of the chat. It starts at the top, and you have to manually move it. But it does notify you when you're skilling up as you're clicking. So I've been gathering and skilling up my gathering, whether I find anything or not. It's not guaranteed. Sometimes you'll gather or fail to gather and won't get a skill up. But we've got another shiny, another collectible. And let's just go ahead and have our pet start attacking the Sabledane pulverizer. An elemental elemental summoned core. I believe this is another type of collectible. We examine it. It offers us a quest. We accept it, and then we examine a second time, and you begin to study, and it adds it to the lore and legend elemental. You finish collecting all of these bits, and you will get a special spell that can be used against anything you finished off a lore and legend for, and it will hit them for very large amounts of damage. No. J? Quests, there we are. But we do not want to track this as it takes up too much space on the side. Alright, we need to kill a couple more stable vein pulverizers. We have another shiny here. I'll grab that. That's all of those bits. Fragment of terrain, that's the sellable again. I do believe. Pet options. We can rename him. He's not Carrera. He is McCoy. You know, Bones. It's like a joke. Slightly. Not really. We got some wood. Pardon me, I'm going to chop some wood. We're going to turn in the sigils we got from those elementals. Get another level and get a powered orb. The one I currently have does ranged damage, it seems, and I don't know why I would want to use this instead of it. That's kind of not well designed. I get the feeling that they updated the rewards at some point. But not the starting equipment. Time to put an end to this. We must confront the threat at its source. Nothing will stand in my way.
I'm impressed.
Good, and we'll begin. It begins within the depths of the Sable Vein Tear. I will put an end to the attacks. Yeah, I do have a quest over here. You can see it. There's a flashing. I am using. There is a tool for EverQuest that is terrific. In smoothing out the gameplay. Give me just a sec, I can tell you the name. EQ2 Map. And I've been using that for a number of years in EverQuest when I play, which I do off and on. And so a lot of the stuff you may see on the mini-map is not by default in the game. We have another quest over here. A quest icon is the feather over their head.
What do you need? Just looking for a job?
I haven't been able to get the ore I need ever since the elementals pushed the miners out of Sable Vein Tear. I'm sure you see where this is going. Yeah, they want me to get it for them. Right, gotcha. Right now I have the Evoker's Wand in my right hand and the Necromancer's Dagger. But the reward for that first quest was a staff that does less damage than the dagger. And then it was just a stat thing for the offhand. Another shiny. Alright. We need ore, rubble, and find the source and end it. The bad guy, so to speak. I'll get some regular ore. This is not quest related. Well, it is quest related. This is the crafty bit. The harvesting. You can harvest successfully 3 times from a harvesting node of any of the varieties, I think. I got 2 of the 3 tin clusters I need. The Thexian occultist. Aha! Now we know who's been causing all the problem. We got him. Need what, 2 more rolls? Alright, that's all the rubble we need. This heavy stone. We'll whack some heavy stone too. For the, again, for the harvesting stuff. We got one of the rare items, which basically allow you to make higher quality stuff. And back out we go. This is a buff. Which we will cast. And we now have one little pip here that's lit. This is concentration. No, I guess that's for the, yeah. The Undead Knight is 1. So this buff appears over here, so it is up. It just doesn't actually, I guess, take any of your concentration. I found a Thexian occultist inside the cave and slew her. I get bracers. Skillfully done! The meddling Thexian should know better than to disrupt our grip on these lands. Your presence has been requested by the mayor's daughter, Jana Dozith. You can meet with her inside Hate's Envy Town Hall. It's nice they have a town hall. You know, so everyone can work together in hatred. I'm not sure they really understand how that sort of thing works. Couple more shinies. I'm afraid it's a Pavlovian response. I have no choice but to. I think that's one I already have. It must be. Let's return the ore to the guy who needed it.
I am eager to work.
Grow.
Finally, you have my thanks.
Come over here to the mender, because we can sell stuff there. We will sell the fragments of terrain and the moth. And the trusty stave. It's just not very good. But we'll hold on to it for now, in case I am misunderstanding things. Unlikely as that may seem, it does happen sometimes. This is the town hall, I am supposing, because it's the big thing, and it says hates envy town hall. So they envy hate. Weird. If you hate, it just eats you up inside, so that's what we're going for. Jana. Another level. Centered on H Envy Town Hall and spoke with the mayor's daughter. I got a plushie for my house. Eventually I'll have one of those. A house. What do we got? We got Chains of Torment, which basically is a slow for enemy targets. Roots them, slows them, that kind of stuff. Where is it? There it is. But we don't actually want it there. Nor do we want that there. Arcane Augur is used to create heroic opportunities, which are sort of one-person combos, if you're playing solo. Ah, the hero of Hate's Envy stands before us. Isn't he quite the specimen, Mother? Well, yes. Yes, I am. Blonder's informed us of your successful effort to stop Sablevane Menace. Sablevane Menace and the Thexines who are behind it. Now we'd like you to help us. I seek to serve Neriak in any way I can. I lied smilingly. With the recent Sablevane attacks from the east, the Dusk Prowlers have been forced nearer to Hate's Envy. I am up to the task. I'll return once the deed is done. Housing item. Heroic opportunities. What they remind me of is fellowship maneuvers in Lodro. We have a Dusk Prowler here, just sitting there waiting for trouble, and I'm the trouble. I have killed one. Well, this one is right next to a shiny, and I want the shiny, so go get him, McCoy. We'll start the heroic. See that it flashes the 3 button. Maybe you can't. Oh, you can. Okay. And if you complete them, you get an extra special effect, damage, stuff like that. I got a Wellspring Signet. Well, that seems pretty good. It's a ring. Adds 2 to my primary attributes and 2 to your stamina. They really homogenized the stats at some point. Primary attribute and stamina. That's all you're going to see, basically, until you start getting weird procs and whatnot. Basically, it's if I gave this to a warrior, it would be 2 primary attributes and 2 stamina as well. It would just be strength and stamina instead of it and stamina. It's a incredibly boring system, really, truth be told. But then that sort of homogenization has been going on in MMOs for a long time now. Unfortunately. Used to be you had more flexibility in how you wanted to build your characters. And yes, that did mean that you could, if you chose to, build them in a way that wasn't optimal. Heaven forbid. I need to kill one more Dusk Prowler. And that one is the winner. Well, not really the winner. The victim, realistically. Another treasure chest. And that one was trapped and did a boatload of damage to my pet and some to me. Let's go ahead and throw a quick heal to our pet. We want him to feel good about himself, you know? And we got out of it was a Shadow Knight skill book. It's of no use to us. We're not a Shadow Knight. We're a Necromancer. In my experience, the ladies love a little kiss right here. So I'm quite the Necromancer. Have you removed the dust prowlers from the area? Their numbers have been greatly reduced. Help me once more. Several of the dust prowlers are outside the Phyrexian tomb. Their pack leader's inside. All right, I will remove the pack leader. I will return victorious, because of course I will. Duh. And her mom. Ah, your name has made the rounds. You have done much. We're thankful. I have additional work. What work is that? John, I mentioned your work in clearing the path to the Phyrexian burial chamber. Inside, I have reason to believe once powerful Phyrexian dragoon general has been laid to rest there. Enter the cave, bring me the remains. A dragoon is, well, depending on your era, is either a mounted infantryman, which is the originally what a dragoon was, or basically just a cavalryman later on. A dragoon became a term for a particular type of cavalry. But initially, it was basically an infantryman who had a mount. So think of it as mobile infantry, but not mobile infantry in the Starship Troopers sense. Alright, we are going in to the Phyrexian tomb. It sounds really scary, but it's not. Phyrexian burial chamber, I guess. And there's Silver Fang. Poor Silver Fang didn't make it. So sad, really. It's tragic. Maybe not tragic. It's fine. I'll plunder the tomb. I have the remains of the Phyrexian Dragoon General. Note, it is Dragoon. Unless, of course, you're playing an Asian game where they use the word Dragoon instead of dragon. Because they're too lazy to try and figure out what words actually mean in this language. Sorry. Panzer Dragoon. No tanks. No dragoons. Has dragons. Another level for me. A souvenir chest for the house and a hat. I got a new hat. There was an upgrade on one of my skills. I didn't notice which. This one, I think, Soul Rot. Yeah, Soul Rot 2 now. And this is a cure. And move the cure here. It dispels hostile effects on a target. So, you know, poisoning, stuff like that. Fine work. Indeed, Mother's work can begin at once. I suggest you speaking with her if you haven't already. Yeah, I've already got her stuff done. Thanks. Thanks, cutie. I have the remains here. I'm a beginning quester. Well, aren't these just lovely? It's quite remarkable how a once fierce warrior has now been reduced to mere scraps. We'll find a use for them, however. What do you intend to do with them? All in good time. In short, we're going to use them against the Thexians found near the Wellspring of Nightmares. They were reported to us by the Dread Guard. I would like to take them out before the Dread Guard have a chance to get them to earn a bit of favor with Kristanos. What can you tell me about them? The Thexians. They're but insects that bite in the night. Thexians do not recognize Kristanos as the ruler of Neriak and seek to steal the throne. They creep into Darklight Wood. Well, we can't have that anyway. Go on. I'm going to place a vexing curse. Oh, they're placing a vexing curse on the remains to disrupt their plans. My mission is 2 parts. First, exterminate some spirits. Second, take the Vex runed remains and toss them into the Wellspring of Nightmares. For Neriak, City of Hate. I'm going to eliminate some untamed spirits. Approximately 6. Okay, exactly 6. Oh, they didn't even have the common courtesy to have any loot. Really, what kind of mob doesn't have loot? It's like, I don't want to loot that, as I've already got that one. I don't want these things cluttering up my inventory. I don't have enough space where I can afford to do that. Untamed spirit. Face my magic. And at least he had some. I got some spectral essence from him, which really, I'm not sure I really wanted. I got his essence. Purity of essence, peace on earth. Or spectral essence. Yeah. Evidently, they've got lots of essence. If you've ever seen Dr. Strangelove, essence. Peace on earth, purity of essence. They keep saying they've got all the time in the world for this, but they don't, actually. Well, I mean, maybe they do. Maybe they come back. My presence fills them with the desire to regurgitate, but they have no guts. So I'm a little curious as to how that works for them. There's the Wellspring of Nightmares. We throw the remains in. There we go. And we're now moving on to the next location. The next little quest hub. So far, the only real differences that I'm seeing here between the free-to-play version and the pay-to-play version, which I've played a lot of, is you can only choose the standard traditional server, and you have a limitation in certain races you can't play. I think there's also a class you can't play. Beastmaster. Yes, we've much to deal with here, so if I seem uneager to speak to you, that's why. Ciselnil does it really an awful lot of consonants these guys have. Sent me from Hate's Envy. I've just stopped a Thexian desecrator from completing a ritual at the Wellspring of Nightmares. Of course, we appreciate this. Anything we can do to keep these Thexians out of the woods is helpful, but I'm glad you've arrived. Lexira is in charge of the Dread Guard here in Darklight Wood. She's been moving forces deeper into the wood and will continue to do so until we control this land, and as cleanly as we do the city of Neriak itself. You willing to lend your assistance? Of course I am. Help us with the undead around the camp? Sure, I can do that. Return to me after you've, quote, killed them, unquote. I like that they put the quotes there. Most of the time they tell you to kill undead. The immediate question is, do you mean re-kill? You got a rough lapis lazuli. Nope, not that one. That one. Unfortunately, it always brings the quest helper back, whether you want it to or not. And spoiler, I didn't want. But this one's taken off. Why? It makes no sense. Sometimes they vanish, and sometimes they vanish when I don't. They return when I don't want them to, and they vanish when I don't want them to.
Well met.
Cullis, it's about time you reported to me. Reported to you? I am Lexira Ibariath, commander of the Dreadguard forces. You dedicated yourself to the City of Hate. And Queen Kristanos, have you not? I have. Good. And the current threat? It's the undead again. Of course it is.
Hello.
Hello. I heard the guard speaking of you. They've been quite impressed by your feats. Heard the guard speaking of me? Indeed I have, and it impressed me as well. Such skills could be put to use around here. For some coin. He wants me to get something for him. Travel west and capture several wellspring cubs. Okay. And the last of the quests from this hub. Hello. Ilmtar Devirus. Devirvs. Way too many consonants. Quartermaster for the Dreadguard. You're looking for work. Bone fragments. I will collect some bone fragments. A stout cadaver. I have killed an undead. Hey, this one's heading for me. Get him, McCoy. So I need 7 each total of fallen rangers and cadavers. Oh, we've got a shiny over here, but this is not the regular shiny. This is a quest shiny. One out of 5. Do I have the quests for the weapons and stuff as well? No, not yet. Defend me! Dun, dun, dun. Is he going to get close enough to aggro? Not quite. But we've got a stout cadaver, which is what I will leave. That's level 7. Unholy Covenant I have gained. We will grab this. Soldier's trinket. I need one more. There's one more over here. Let's go ahead. Oh, we got roots. I don't think I've picked any roots up yet for my harvesting quest. Well, I have 13 of them now. Yes, I did need them. Okay, me and McCoy will turn this quest in. Doom, doom. I have enough of the stuff. I think I did. Was it malachite I get out of the stone? Or tin? Lead. Alexira.
Hello.
Here's the trinkets you wanted. Are you willing to help with the culling of the undead? Sure. North of here, these are the higher level ones that are over there. And another stout cadaver. Get him! Kill, kill, kill! Again. Let's see. This is increase the max power for the group. Well, okay. This goes here under the buffs, I think. We will clear the hotkey. And add another buff. And now we have concentration of 2. So we have 2 buffs up. So that's how you limit the number of buffs a character can be running. They have to choose what they want running. Alright, we're just mowing them down now. Back to the rudeness, though. They're not dropping anything in that. I think it's just uncalled for. Are we asking for too much for the lives that we murder to also be carrying things that we can wear or use or even eat? See? Sundered obsidian. That's fine. That's nice. It's something we can at least, sell for a couple of copper. Oh, I forgot to put on my Dark Evoker's hat. That is Doberman 5 following. I only have one spiel. Here it comes. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and frequently complete and total unfunction. You are most welcome indeed, and thank you very, very much for the follow. Let me get out of immediate aggro range. We don't want to make the critters mad before we can kill them. Thank you very much for the follow. How much more do we have? A lucky rabbit's foot. If it was a lucky rabbit's foot, it would still be attached to the rabbit. I need 2 more cadavers and 1 more ranger. Ranger. Fetch. stout cadaver. Can a man get a stout cadaver? Thank you. Alright, and we'll now turn these in. Another quest complete. Have you decimated the... See, that's a misuse of the word decimate. People think decimation means this vast destruction. No, but decimation was a specific punishment given to Roman legions that rebelled. They would be broken up into groups of 10, and using whatever method they chose, they would have to kill one of the... In each group of 10, they would have to kill one. And that's decimation. Reduction by a tenth. Decimation, like decimals, tens. This has been your history lesson for the day. I have slain the zombies for Jinwis de Arcanet. Good, they'll be back in short order. Unfortunately, your efforts, however, should cause them to cease annoying us for the time being. I believe Lexera is looking into that matter. However, before you run along and help her, I need your assistance in dealing with a few deserters. Recruits looking for a fast track into Neriak often disappear. I had one leave just yesterday, and I'm having trouble finding someone to replace him. Indeed, you could. I doubt Soltrin is coming back anytime soon. I am collecting scraps of armor from the moldering soldiers just north of here. Alright, I can do that. Moldering. Let's sell the junk that we're currently carrying. To... containers and ammunition, man. The Spectral Essence. Ew. The Shadow Knight skill book. The Unlucky Rabbit's Foot. And the rest of it... No, we'll sell that as well. What do we got? Alright, we got a bunch of stuff to kill over there. The cubs. Let's grab the cubs. The not actually from Chicago cubs. Well, this one might aggro on me, and we don't want that. So, as a protective measure, we'll kill him first. Kill him in, you know, preemptive self-defense? Yeah, I can work with that. Is it a clicky? Yeah, it is. And the cub is now following me. I believe we can only have one of them following us at a time, so we'll manually take them back one at a time.
Bring me the cubs and then... Nice work.
Nice work. Gosh, thanks. Your praise makes all of my hard work worth it. Let's grab another cub. And a shiny. I'm sorry. I am constitutionally incapable of walking away from a shiny. It's not in my nature. Mind you, we've got this badass guard sitting here, and he's not doing anything about the undead. Come on, man, do your damn job.
Bring me the cubs and... Nice.
Nice. See, you're just standing there, doing nothing. Well, I will do something to improve the safety. Oh, he nuked it. Did I get credit for that or not? It's a smoldering, and... yeah, I didn't get credit for it. Great. He kills it after I pull it. He's just standing there. And as soon as I attack it so I can get credit, he just nukes it from space, and I don't get any credit. Thanks, guy. You're doing a bang-up job. Well, I know that Neriak is the city of hate, and now I hate him. Jerk. Alright, here's your cub. 3 cubs you wanted, 3 cubs I delivered. If you had 6 more, you would have a baseball team. And that would put you one ahead of Chicago.
Cubs, and then we'll talk about payment.
That's
Nice.
3 cubs.
That it is.
I've collected all
Very
3 bear
nice.
cubs for
I do believe our
Kalnaz
partnership will work
Jamelvir.
out fine. Do you wish
Wish
to
to continue working? Sure. What do you got? He wants mushrooms. Yeah, I'm sure he does. Wait your imminent return. My return's not imminent. I've got other things to do. I'll get to you when I get to you. You're not more important than anyone else. I'm an egalitarian when it comes to doing scut work for other people. My loyalty point tokens have increased from 0 to 1, pretty much. A bone rot scimitar, or scimitar. Not usable by yours truly. It will be turned into cash. A moldering? No, this one's moldering, not smoldering. Might be smoldering too. If I was an elementalist and I could throw fireballs, he would be a smoldering soldier, but he appears to just be moldering. And that's level 8. And I'm getting scraps o' armor. Additional advancement paths. And that's a purulent defender. I have to say that would not be something I would want on my business card. Funnily enough, and this is an actual true thing, I have had Necromancer on a business card. For a number of years, my business card had me as a systems Necromancer. If things weren't working in your system, I would bring it back from the dead. But that's all the bone fragments. We got another turn in then. Let's just jog back and turn it in. Systems Necromancer. Yes, that was real. Yes, it was at a real company.
Greetings.
Yes, it was at a company you've heard of. A merchant's pouch. Well done, well done. The Whisperers were right about you. There's more collecting to be done. Are you in? Sure. Weapons. I'll see what I can dig up. Dig up! You see, it's surrounded by the dead. Stay a moment and hear me out. I see you helping my master. Perhaps you'd be willing to help me. Perhaps. Supplies coming harder to get. We might face mass desertion or worse, revolt. Mass desertion. There's 6 people here. What would be mass? 1? Foodstuffs and rations. So it wants me to catch fish. Encounters. Discarded weapon. Now we get to pick these up. There was a more lighter-hearted time in Silicon Valley where a lot of companies would allow, and in some cases even tacitly encourage, their employees to use somewhat wacky titles. one more weapon. One more discarded weapon, I think. I have gathered the discarded weapons you wanted me to.
Hello.
Hello. Again, I am impressed. You may be surprised to know how hard it is to find good workers around here. Let's see, bone fragments, weapons, wood. Care for another job? North of here are remnants of recent attempts to construct upon the field of ruin. Never mind the fools who thought it was a good idea. Get me some of those mats. Right. He wants mats. We've got to go over there. We need to kill a bunch of mobs anyway, so why not? Why not multitask? The undead are evidently really enjoy their jobs. Oh. Okay. I guess I don't get credit for that one again, huh? Guards have no interest in taking care of anything unless they see someone else is going to get credit for it. Over here we have Sergeant Neris, who is, I believe, basically a loot pinata mob. His Purulent Defender is closer than I'm comfortable with. A decomposing zombie organ. Lucky me. Druid's leather pants. Well, druids, they think they're something special, and so they like to wear leather pants. I need 3 more Purulent Defenders. Scraps of armor we needed. I need 2 more Purulent Defenders. Three more piles of discarded wood. Can't see the target. I can now. Neener, neener. Two more discarded wood. That should be all of the discarded wood we need. I don't need any more smolderings. I need purulents, but the smoldering here is in my way. Get him, McCoy. That should be more than enough scraps of armor. Oh, I got another purulent. Let's grab one last purulent that we need. hit him with a bolt of lightning. And we'll probably aggro this Moldering, but hopefully the Dread Guards will kill him. Oh, we didn't even aggro him. That was a surprise. All right. Okay, I guess he's not very protective. Defensive about his territory. 3 quests to turn in. It's always great, isn't it? MMOs, you go back to a hub and you've got a bunch of quests to turn in. It's one of the simple pleasures of an MMO. Scrap pieces. Scrap pieces here. Good work, young one.
Well met.
And the Quartermaster.
Hello.
Hello. Wood. I got new pants, and I cannot lie. There may yet be hope for this outpost, that is, unless you choose to abandon us now. I have no intentions of doing that.
Never.
It wants me to do something. Batwings. Batwings. The Bat-Winged Hamburger Snatcher. That's a really old guy reference. I can't wear the Druid's leather pants, and frankly, given the nature of Druids, I wouldn't want to wear a pair of Druid's pants, if you know what I mean. And this is going to open up the zombie collection of goodies. And we will once again not show that. Elemental's not showing. Harvest. I did not turn that off. Why does it keep turning off?
Hello.
That's level 9, I believe. I got Evoker's shoulder pads. We've added Absorb Magic to spells. It's a boon strip to use the Guild Wars 2 phrasing. It removes boons from target mobs. No, that's not actually where we want that one. That's where we want that one. I want to clear that. And clear that. And move that there. And cast it on myself. And now I can see invisible. I literally just turned off the tracking on the zombie. And it came back on. It irks me. It does. I have to admit, it irks me. A 6-slot pouch. Wow, that's just so much huger than a 4-slotter. But it's 2 more slots, so sure. Why not? My new shoulder pads. That's the fishing net. That's a questy bit. And we can sell the 2 items we can't use. The scimitar. And those oh so icky druid pants. I'm going to AFK for just a second and refill my coffee cup. I'll be right back. more or less. We'll go with more. Confront the Phyrexian Necromancer. Right. Well, so far, the only differences I have seen in the free-to-play from what I have done in the past, I have paid to play, largely. Basically, when I'm playing, it's normally I have a sub. At least in the past. That's the way I've done it. Let's see if either of these guys aggro on us. No, doesn't seem like it. Well, that's helpful. There's the Necromancer, the Phyrexian Kabbalist. And he's got a companion of his own. Fiery Carnelian. Well, that was quick. Will these Phyrexians never learn?
Well met.
I delivered the message swiftly. I found and slew a Phyrexian Kabbalist named Kronrin Zeidel. This should hopefully put an end to the ceaseless waves of undead found near Tevitar outpost. Right. I will get a chipped totem. Where else are we doing stuff? We're doing stuff here. What do we got? Collect spirits from the rangers and cadavers. Oh. Hi. There we go. I have a spirit. I've got spirit. Yes, I do. I've got spirit. How about you? Pardon me, a momentary flashback to high school. I was one of the least spirited in my school. Which is what happens when you partake of sports that don't get much from the spirit squad in way of cheerleaders and the like. At various times in my high school career. Cross country, wrestling, tennis, and chess. Needless to say, not a whole lot of cheerleader support.
Well met.
Did you trap the spirits? I did. I have a chipped totem I can't use yet because I'm not high enough level. Finola. How you doing? I saw you'd come back to the fold a couple of days ago. I saw that you had followed me. We will release these spirits near the wellspring of nightmares. That totally doesn't sound deranged at all. No, I was not one of the spirited ones. Of course, I think it was pretty much only the football team that really got support from the cheerleaders and the like. Funny that you're back for the first time in a while, and here I am moaning about high school. For those who are not in on it, Finola and I went to the same high school some years apart. We didn't know each other. But by mere happenstance, he stumbled over me streaming Guild Wars 2 one night. Did I not use? Am I not close enough? There we go. Yeah, I can't see myself going to my 50th. I just don't have the interest anymore. I went to like 5, 10, and 15, and maybe 20, and after that I'm not interested anymore. My friends mostly hadn't gone to them, other than maybe the 5. But last year in September, I did get together with 3 of my old schoolmates. 2 were the same graduating class as me. One was 1 year after, and we got together for like 5 days in a friend's vacation home in Montana. So some high school friendships do survive. Even after almost 50 years.
Well met.
And none of them escape?
My only question is, what problem is next? Is there anything I can help with? Actually, yes. I could use your help. I have 2 correspondences I need delivered. The first goes to Melil Nvazen. The second goes to a sniveling wretch named Vornlin Bevittel. You can find them both at Wanderlust Fair.
Hello.
I hope I've been helpful enough that you will speak well of me to others. Quite. On that note, in fact, I have something I'd like you to deliver to a friend of mine within Neriak. Goes to Zizis Ixdalzen. He should be just inside Neriak. All right, I will deliver it. Very well, guys. I am off to Neriak, City of Hate. Deliver a message. I'm surprised that delivering a message isn't more usually lethal in Neriak, City of Hate. There are no shinies about. That's just not right. There should be shinies. Ah well. Into the City of Hate. Neriak, the City of Hate. Just inside the city gate is Zezas Gzauzen.
Well met.
Definitely overtime on the consonants around here. Leexra sent me to talk with you. Aye, she did. Well, welcome to Neriak, City of Hate. She's asked me to help realign some of our houses down here with the rest of Norrath. Now aware of our presence, she believes it's more important than ever to stop all the infighting that tends to go on down here. She's not so foolish as to think muscle is the way to solve the problem, however. Wants me to start working with the other factions within Neriak to show that the Dreadguard can offer them more than merely, well, guards. One group she'd like me to interact with is the Dark Bargainers, but I don't have the stomach for that, so I'm sending you instead. Divton Tzesselolol. Pretty sure that's it. With the Dark Bargainers. Alright. Now these are mercenaries here. whom you can hire, basically to act as bodyguards or healers or tanks or anything. But they have an expense. I'm not sure what they actually cost. Life of a mercenary. What does that have to do with being a mercenary? He doesn't say. They maybe like half an hour or 15 minutes. They remove some of your coin. An e-machine. Some screenshots from City of Heroes, just at the shutdown. I will point out again that Homecoming City of Heroes servers await anyone out there who played and wants to play again, or who never played but would like to play. There are servers available. I recommend Homecoming, but there are others. I have spoken with Divion Sol. It's beautiful, isn't it? What? It's teleporters like these that have revolutionized transportation here in Neriak and beyond. How so? Well, take this teleporter, for example. Simple in its design, relatively speaking. A person steps into the ring and poof! Instantly, the person is teleported to a duplicate teleporter located somewhere else in the city. Who created these? It exists in testament to the Dark Bargainer's unquestionable devotion to Inaruk and his children, the Teradal. Huh? In an effort to maximize efficiency of our trade practices, we created several of these teleporters and placed them all around the city. Yeah, okay, it's fast travel within the city. We got it. You can see why I'm clicking through this. Yeah, I've been through a lot of shutdowns in games. Too many. I need the signature. Well, I need a lot of signatures, evidently. Let's see. We're here. There's a quest there and a quest over there. We'll get to that quest in time. Let's go to the dockside markets. And just like that, poof, we're off. Let's try not to fall down the endless fall onto spikes. That might be painful. Never even heard of that one. Which is rare. Unless it's an Asian MMO. Never had much affection for most of the early ones of those. May interact, guide your blade, and smite your foes. What can I help you with? I can see. May interact, guide your blade, and smite your foes. What can I help you with? That's some papers I need you to sign. Seems the Dark Bargainers have arranged to purchase your business. Ah, indeed. All for the betterment of Neriak, I suppose. You don't mind that you're being bought out? If the Queen says it must be done, then I support the decision wholeheartedly. I think Inarak has a greater calling for me anyway. To join the ranks of the Indigo Brotherhood. Save me some propaganda. Save me from the propaganda. Just sign the papers and I'll be on my way. You sound like one of those people that didn't support our war against the Fae. We had the Kawada Dal on their knees. Had reinforcements not been cut off by the Queen, we could have conquered all of Fadewar by now. I'm not interested in your politics. Please sign the papers and I can be on my way. Praise the Dark Lord. Let's see, the weirdest or least played one I ever played. Never got out of beta, I don't think. It was called Seed. There's another MMO that has come out since, I believe, with the name Seed. Has nothing to do with it. The original Seed, I think it had cel-shaded graphics and actually looked okay, looked fine. But it had was meant to be a combat-free MMO.
A lack of resources has hanged many a person.
Yes, make it quick. I have plenty of drinking I must do, and you're preventing me from doing it. I like this guy, okay? I have a contract here from Divton. He needs you to sign the papers to complete the purchase of your business. Ah, so now you understand what has driven me to drink. The Dark Bargainers are forcing me to sell my brewing business, and there's nothing I can do about it. The Dark Bargainers operate under the authority of the Queen. Perhaps you could work out a deal with the Dark Bargainers. Maybe go to work for them. And make half the money I was making before? I think not. Bah. I no longer wish to commiserate my problems with a complete stranger. Here, let me sign that. Be sure to tell Divton I was more than happy to sell my business. Don't you dare give him the privilege of knowing he has ruined yet another person's life. Okay. Whiner. He's a whiner. Not many people would make the statement, I remember seed. Sadly. This does not appear to be taking me where I need to go. Did I make a wrong turn somewhere? That seems unlikely. What are the odds that I could make a wrong turn? Pretty good, turns out. Maybe up above. Yeah, they're probably up above. I never had a huge amount of interest in most of the really small MMOs. Yeah. There they are. Just waiting for me. Doom, doom. I've discovered the spires of Inaruk. Yes, what do you need? Quickly, out with it. I have papers that require your signature. They relate to the purchase of your business by the Dark Bargainers. Excellent. Selling this business will finally allow me to concentrate on my studies full time. Unless you needed something else, I'll be on my way. That's all I need. Thank you. Well, I like him much better than these other whiners. And one more to go there. Is there a teleporter here? I don't remember. We'll hoof it. I do remember X-Steel. I never played it. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought it was like robot, giant robot kind of deal. And of course, NCSoft shut it down. NCSoft will shut down even profitable games just to simplify things for themselves. I mean, City of Heroes was profitable. But if it's only marginally profitable, they will cull the things that are only marginally profitable. The Hall of the Ebon Mask, and I swear to God for a second I thought it said the Hall of Elon Musk. I believe the person I'm looking for is all the way up at the top. You know, they would kill games just to unclutter their portfolios.
Well met.
Less things to worry about. He plays real life and chooses to burn billions of dollars by doing things like buying Twitch and then driving them into the ground. Curses, you found me. Of all the places to hide, I thought the Hall of the Ebon Mask would keep me safe. Fine, I've lived a decent life. I've loved, cried, and killed. What else is there, really? Please, I ask that you keep my death short and painless. I'll not resist. I'm not here to kill you. I'm here to buy your business. You're not here to kill me? After all, I did what... Well, best not mention it. If I'm losing my business as the price I must pay to keep my life, then so be it. Let me sign that contract. I'll sign it so you can be on your way. Good. Your weak presence makes me ill. Wow. That was a little harsh. A little bit harsh I was to that guy, I think. Is this all of them? We have one more to deliver. I think we've got one more to deliver. Yeah.
Though most of the time, all you need is a glass of wine and a smile.
Cristiano's Plaza. Hey, there's no reason to be that mean to the SWTOR players. I did my free-to-playthrough on SWTOR a couple months ago. It's one of those games where the free-to-play seems okay, but once you really get into it, the free-to-play experience is not great. But the experience from spending even a small amount of money, I think basically just 1 month of premium, to unlock all the content makes the game vastly better. So the free-to-play sucks, but the leap from free-to-play to paid a little bit once in quality is huge. Similar to Latro in that respect. You're Divian's representative, right? Good. Quick, hand over the papers. I don't wish to spend any more time than is necessary. I'll tell you what's wrong. I almost joined the ranks of the undead that infest this place. The dead. That's where the queen hangs out, I believe. Oh. I need one more signature. Whose signature did I bleeding miss? Ah, back there. Sadly, the game is in a genuinely awful state in certain ways. The most obvious is the economy is the worst in any MMO I can remember seeing. It is so deeply beyond broken. About 2 years ago, a friend and I were both playing. And he was arbitraging money, making a lot of money by buying the lock boxes, basically. Buying and selling them in a narrow margin. Like if it got to a certain price, he'd buy them. And then when it reached a certain price, he'd sell them. Pretty obvious basic stuff. You know, the market behaves predictably. On the weekends, prices would go up as people would want to buy some cool stuff. Go down early in the week. And so by going back and forth in the range of roughly about like 13 to 17 million, right? In that narrow range, he could easily turn $1 million, $2 million a box. And over time, he made a couple of billion. So 13 to 17 million for the most part. When I checked in, I guess about a year ago, the 13 to 17 million was 400 million. 20 plus times more expensive in a year and a half. Evidently, there were money exploits that the SWTOR team did basically nothing to counter. Kanaka, good evening, my friend. I have a contract here from Divton. He needs you to sign the papers to complete the purchase of your business. Purchase? More like extortion. Yeah, just sign it. Fine, there, happy. Anything else you need, or can I go about my business? Oh, wait, I just sold it. Were I not seething with rage, I might have found that funny. I need nothing else. Have a very nice day. Loser. Whiner.
Oh, you're just a little singed. No harm, no foul.
He's a loser and a whiner. That's all. I need to take all the paperwork back to Divton. Indigo Hollow.
Hello.
Have you collected the signatures? I have. They're all here. Excellent work, my friend. You've truly shown your devotion to the greater cause that is the will of our Father. You've also earned the right to freely use any of the teleporters here in Neriak. Hold on a moment. There, I've attuned you to the teleporters. I've been attuned to the teleporters, guy. So, you can't tune a fish, but evidently you can tune a dark elf. I'll double check and make sure McCoy is still running around with me. We've got a questy feather over here. There he is. House is a regular slave. I'll give you just rewards. You help me gain my freedom from this accursed place and my dim-witted master. What kind of rewards?
Beyond your imagining.
I can imagine a great deal. I have a slave belonging has asked me to deliver his freedom. How about instead, I talk to him again, and I tell him this city is glorious pain. He's asked for me, I will accept the quest. I mean, no disrespect, the city is good for those that choose to live within it, and maybe if I was given a choice, I would. You're right, you do not deserve to be here.
No! You mean to kill me! I see!
Well, I do mean to kill you now. Get him, McCoy. I have slain the slave. I should seek out a member of Zerezejuis in Neriak. The banks may be a good place to start. Okay, we'll start at the banks then. But first, let's get ourselves a house. I suppose you have questions about housing. Not really, just give it to me. Use the room door to be given your room. Click the buy. I will buy it. I now own a house. I will enter my house. My house is beautiful. A couple of alternate advancement points. Several alternate advancement points. Many alternate advancement, well, maybe not many. So, I dinged up to 10, I think. Yeah, level 10. Character development. There's the level 10. I have Ultra Vision, which gives me high contrast vision but washes out color. Malicious Velocity increases my run speed out of combat. I have Hover, allows me to slowly lower myself from high places without dying for falling. And Traverse Shadow ports the Dark Elf to a friend within the current zone. Now, I can choose one of these abilities to add Presumed Brilliance. What do you mean Presumed Brilliance? It's, of course, brilliant. Including combat stuff, non-combat, pools, resists, and trade skills. Well, I think Presumed Brilliance is the way to go. focus effects. Focus. Stalwart. Critical damage. Potency. Reduces the effect of snares. Increases combat movement speed. Potency. Let's go with potency. I'm potent. Oh, really? Let's see. Flashcast. This activated ability is only valid on a time-locked server. All other effects have been moved to the passive magician's intelligence and advancement. So I activated. It's only valid. If it's only valid on time-locked servers, then why can I cast it like that? That doesn't seem to make much sense. Oh, it lasts for 30 seconds. On a time-locked server. Why are they giving us stuff that can only be used on a time-locked server? I am not comprehending. This is transference. Heals the target and inflicts magic damage on the pet. Well, that just seems mean. I don't want to hurt my pet. It's my baby. Sort of. Maybe baby's not the right word. Shrink Servant, that goes there. Clear, and Vampire Bats. Actually, I think we want that there, and that there, and that. Okay. All right, fine. We got everything in its proper place. We got Blood Coil. Tier 2, so now we can really coil it up. That's a questy bit. My souvenir chest. It's where I keep my souvenirs, which apparently consists mostly of skulls. Yeah, number of skulls and skulls. Mostly it's skulls. And a plushie. Because nothing says home sweet home for a necromancer like a plushie. Market bulletin board, so you can do market functions from inside your home. The table in front of it. The mirror on the wall. Doesn't want to seem to get attached to the under thing there, so we'll put it up above. High above me. It's so lovely. Chipped totem. Well, a sorcerer's bauble. That goes into my ear, so I'll just stick that in my ear then. And we'll equip that. And we've got everything taken care of here. We now have a house. The housing system in EverQuest 2 and Star Wars Galaxies, of note, are both extremely good. Two of the best ever. So in alternate advancements, by default, there's a basic leveling profile, and it's going to fill in these spec trees following that profile. So there's Magician's Intelligence, and there's Transference, and we put 4 points into Transference, so we can heal our pet. And Kabbalist's Cover grants the pet a 20% chance to prevent 9% of spell damage you receive. It caps all damage received by your fighter pet to a maximum of 99% of the pet's health. So basically, the pet will take some damage for me now. We have to seek out a member of House Z''RZ. You know? ZH. X apostrophe RZH. Now I can do the ZH. That's a Z sound. Residuous. Really. That's the best I can do. And it's not good. Why are they showing... Oh, okay, that's a different icon. The bank. I believe the bank is in the Dockside Markets area. So far, I have to say that the free-to-play experience is, for the most part, the same as the when you're subscribing experience. The only differences I've seen so far are you do not have access to any of the special server types, which actually is one of the cooler things they have. They have alternate rule set servers. And I think especially for an older game, that's a really good approach to keeping the game feeling fresh. You don't have access to those as a free-to-play player, and you don't have access to some of the races, and I think one of the classes. Might be more than one of the classes, but one of the classes.
Yes, what is it?
Lady Residuous, a slave of yours was attempting to bribe his way to freedom.
Never can get good help. Like, which one was it?
A bald ogre. I killed him. Good, you know, some inferiors are so pitiful, it's hardly worth breaking them. Oh well. Plenty more hands where those came from. Here, have some coin for dealing with that trash. May fortune bless your house. She seems sweet. I think it's over here. The teleporty. Yeah. We'll go back to Indigo Hollow. And then out the front door. It's Neriak, City of Hate. Really? Can you have a city of hate? Just... It seems a bit... edgelord. Let's see, I need lead clusters. I need one lead cluster, one tin cluster, and then fish. To finish out the crafting stuff. Which would have been nice to have had done before I left, before I went in. Because I could have dropped the harvesting stuff into the bank along with the harvesting box. Yeah, that would have been good, but I didn't do that because... smart. Hunt somber screechers for their wings. Bat wings. Na 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 na. We've got another shiny. No interest in that. That's one I've already got. That's the exact same thing that I've already got? Really? Echo Breath. Seriously. You'd really, if I were a badass bat, I would want to have a better name than Echo Breath. And now I just cast Vampire Bats on the bat. I think the irony is quite telling. Ow! Another trapped chest. First of all, a bat was carrying a chest. Seems unlikely. Second of all, it was carrying a trapped chest. Now, why would it be carrying a trapped chest? Or any chest, but especially one that was trapped. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. Can I cure? Yeah. So now we need to kill somber screechers. I got a bat ear, which is really not surprising. It's a bat. Do I have something with those mushrooms too? Yes, I do. Okay, good. Then I'll get some mushrooms too, because I need some mushrooms too. Stun spore mushrooms. We've got another shiny. That is a complete set. And those can be turned in for goodies. Somber Screecher. Get him, McCoy. My vampire bats. Heavy stone should be able to conceivably give me something I need. Malachite I don't need. I need tin or lead clusters. I should have one of them. Curse you, all I got was malachite. Another bat ear. That is the every some length of time reminder they give you that, hey, you could be subscribing. It's not too intrusive. So far, I gotta say, the necromancer life is pretty easy. But that's what I expected. Another Stygian creature. I need one more Stygian Screecher. Why, that one will do. Well, I have all these Stygian Screecher bits. We'll head over here. Oh, shiny. Did I mention that it's completely Pavlovian? I have no control over my my body or mind. When I see shinies, I have to go fetch. I have no choice. Yeah. We'll talk with this person. Hello, this person. Durstia Zalvir.
Hello. Thanks. Just put it on the ground there. Hey, wait!
What?
How good are you at killing?
Is this a trick question?
Fishing is getting more and more difficult. As the razor maw in this river reach maturity, they break my lines, steal my lures, and eat all the fish before I have a chance to catch them. But they sure do taste great when smoked.
What do you want me to do?
Kill them for me
Kill
so
them.
I can fish in peace. And great.
Razor maws. Razor maws must die. One razor maw. Ah, searing trout. I can fish here. I need to catch 3 fish. I got 13 sunfish. That's all I needed for the fishing part of the harvesting quest. Another razor maw. Big old crocodiles. You do have to be careful around here as there are hostile snakes. There are the docile slitherers and the less docile ones. Razor maw flesh. So far, nothing but the dociles. Which is good because the other ones are pain. I wish all mobs were friendly mobs, until I decide to kill them, in which case I think them getting hostile is completely understandable, really. It's reasonable. One more razor maws, 2 more razor maws. That is a docile. That is a docile. Looks like we got nothing but dociles around. Oh, very nice. Reptile meat. There's an agitated slitherer. So that one would be hostile. Fortunately, just back off a little bit. And that thing just completely paths in an unexpected and arbitrary direction. So we'll run around the other long way here to avoid the agitated slitherer. Quiet down there. That was my stomach. That was not my rear end. That sound was the gurgling sound of Borborygmus
Have you got the razor maw? Great.
in my gastrointestinal
I thought the water
tract.
seemed a bit calmer.
Not escaping
I'm
wind.
dear, by the way. Oh, I'll never remember that. Tell me, do you fish? Well, the waters here are pretty good. Just help me catch them. Right now, I'm
She wants
great.
some kind of fish help. Fish help, fish help. Roly-poly fish help. That's an old reference. Any of you old Dr. Demento fans might get that one here. I want to kill Echo Breath again. See if he can't drop something a little nicer. Than a box with a trap in it. A bat ear. Shaman's chain boots. Sadly, I cannot wear those. That's chain. Could have sworn that there was a named bear mob around. Ah, there he is. Stormpaw. His spouse is Stormmaw, of course. A stud of the Antonican Explorer. Well, a stud might be a little bit of an overstatement, but I'm pretty manly for a dark elf. It is another earring. I will bind it to me. We'll run back to the little quest hub. Turn in the stuff we've got. Couple of quests to turn in. Won't be enough to get us another level, I don't think. But hey, just helping out. That's why we do the things we do. For Neriak, City of Hate.
Greetings.
I did collect the battle tokens. I will bring you snake scales, okay? He wants snake scales. I'll return when I get the snake scales.
Well met.
I did collect them. Here's the mushroom tablets. Nice work. Travel along the lower Tendril River and find the serpents. Well, I have 2 quests now for the serpents. I guess we'll just go kill some serpents then. Catch baby snakes from the serpents and hunt slitherers for their scales. Well, that seems convenient. I get to murder snakes for 2 different reasons at the same time. Docile slitherers. Now we have to move in close here and to click on the baby snakes. Baby snake. Baby snake. Baby snake. Oh, I can't see it. That seems unlikely, but okay, sure. Baby snake. Baby snake. Well, that's 7 out of 8 already. But we still need to kill 6 more of them anyway. To the baby snakes we need. Now we just need to kill regular snakes. More of them. We killed a bunch already. We need to kill 5 more. Get him, Bones. Oh, sorry, McCoy. Five down, 3 to go. Get him, McCoy. Gotta say, skeletons seem to really enjoy their work. one more. That is all of the snakes and snake-related bits that are required. I believe it was scales. Puppy dog tails? No. Scales and baby snakes. And again, 2 quests to turn in. Thought I saw a shiny. I told you. Like the urge to reproduce. Survival of the fittest. I must click the shiny.
Did you? Nice work.
Thank you.
Nice work indeed.
Final ingredient is
These
stun
will do
spore
nicely.
powder.
Here is your payment.
I'll try it. I'll get Darklight Merchant Tent and Thexian Campfire for the home instance and a Mard token.
Well met.
I did collect the skill. Another AA point. What breakthrough is that? A highly valued target has been captured alive. Thus far, he's said little despite our torturer's best efforts. Queen Kristanos, however, feels that there are other methods of making the truth spill from captives' lips. In particular, pheromone is harvested. It can, in the right hands, be distilled into a powerful truth serum. Douse the skeletons with sunspore dust. I have a tempered stave. Which I will use instead of the Necromancer's dagger on account of it's got nice stats. Nice stats and stuffs. Collected that. I can't wear that. Bat ears. Really, bat ears. The market in bat ears is not as liquid as you would hope. 3 bat ears. Wow. 9 copper. Damn. A fiery carnelian. Plain black moth. Reptile meat. Hard to believe nobody wanted the reptile meat. I can't sell the Necromancer's dagger. I have to just throw it away. That's saddening. I think this is a good place for me to break it for the evening. I expect I should be back tomorrow at my usual time of 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. I don't know if I'll be continuing the EverQuest 2 free-to-playthrough tomorrow or not. I will be continuing to do it, to play it. I might start some earlier streams, and maybe multiple streams, to see if maybe I can, multi-game, multi-process, multi-stream. We'll see. I'll play it by ear. I want to thank you guys for hanging out tonight. As always, I am very appreciative that you choose to spend your time here. I should be back tomorrow at the usual time. Again, not sure what I'll be playing. But I will be playing this in the days to come, to some degree, at least, to do some more work on the free-to-playthrough. I hope the rest of your... It is Thursday evening, isn't it? It's Thursday evening. Yay, I got the day of the week right. I hope the rest of your Thursday evening goes great. And then, well, Friday... Tomorrow, if you see my shining face, it should mean it's your weekend, right? I hope. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. Have a great night tonight. Take care, and ciao for now. Good night, guys.